Hey y'all, welcome back to Ray of All Trades. I've got one I didn't plan on making a video on, so I'd already started tearing into it. What was occurring is, well, I had to change the solenoid first because the old one had burned up. And when I put a new one on, it still wouldn't crank. I did notice when I would turn the key, right? I would turn the key and I could hear the solenoid on the carburetor clicking. So I knew that it was getting power somewhere. But when I attempted to go to the full start position, I wasn't getting anything. I have pulled the battery out because I was actually chasing the wiring down. So let me show you what I found real quick. I pulled the pins here, the plastic pins, and this whole thing here lifts up, right? Then you've got these little tabs that allow you to pull the ignition switch module up and out the way. You've got your ignition switch, and then let's see, this right here is the control center, I guess. So it tells you exactly what's going on with it. Now on the back of the ignition switch, you have a B connector, right? And that is the battery connection, and I had power there. And then when I attempted to go to the start wire, it started out as solid orange on this side, okay? And it turned into, at the solenoid connection, it turned into a orange and white wire, orange wire with a white tracer. So I got underneath the tractor and I start tracing this wire down because my ignition switch was allowing me to send power from battery to the orange wire when I was on this start position. So with the battery out, I could see that there was the orange wire coming from the ignition, and it started down this path, and then as it came across, it shot towards the front of the tractor, the front of the mower, and the front of the mower, when I start chasing the wiring down on the left side of the mower, it works its way up to this front pedal up here, which I've already pulled off. I've pulled both pedals off already, obviously. I lift it up. Let's see, there's Torx on the front right here. That was one size, and then there was four Torx right here, and then I want to say 2 right there. And then to pull the pedals off is a 1/2-inch bolt and nut on all 3 pedals. Then you can pull the shroud up over the top of those 2 bolts that are right there. When I came into here, this entire area was filled with grass, similar to here. All right, so I haven't vacuumed out this side yet, but I did vacuum out this side over here. And there was a switch right here, the safety switch, which is this pedal. You have to have this depressed to be able to start it. Well, this pedal was all the way down. I couldn't push it any further. I believe what was occurring was that the grass was stopping this pedal from actually fully compressing that safety switch. So now that I vacuumed up all the grass out of there and stepped on the pedal, everything works just like it's supposed to. So I'm anticipating that this grass, when it builds up in here, and there's a lot, right? When this grass builds up inside here, it's going to hinder these safety switches from occurring. Just wanted to give you a heads up that occasionally you're going to have to clean this thing out, and there's really no good way to clean this thing out. There's a passageway over here, but I mean that grass goes all the way back up into this area and all the way back up into here, and it's going to hinder those switches from working. I hope this helps some of y'all. If you're not getting a start signal, suspect that the safety, potentially the switch, may be blocked by a bunch of grass up inside this area. Yeah, that quantity of grass right there, I said I've already mostly cleaned out this side with a vacuum. This side over here was slam full, and the underside, the underbelly, because I'm also working on spindles on this thing, the underside was also covered in grass. So just keep in mind, there's no good way to clean this thing out. So you're going to have to occasionally take off this deck cover and get that out of there, because I'm sure that this is because it's been cutting tall grass, things like that. Some of y'all may not have a problem, but just keep in mind, if you are seeing issues like that, at least check for your safety switches up underneath that deck cover. Hope y'all got something out of the video. Really appreciate you hanging out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.